us today as we present our nicest welcome for our newest airlines, Breeze Airways. It is an exciting day and we're all celebrating, and it is a culmination of a lot of hard work, but it was all worth it. 4 years ago, entrepreneur and aviation industry visionary David Neeleman began putting together a team to make his fifth airline a reality. He'd already founded JetBlue, Morris Air, Azul, and WestJet, but he imagined more, and how lucky for us. He envisioned an airline that would highlight underserved routes across the United States and other affordable fares, the latest technology, and a secret ingredient that is so missing in our society today, and that's kindness. David Neeleman believes flying should be genuinely nice, a nice experience for everyone. We know the airline industry is super competitive, and every airport wanted this new carrier that became known as Breeze. We recognized this was an opportunity, and we put our determined team together, and they were relentless. So I have to thank our airport commissioner, Shelley LaRose Arkin, Deputy Commissioner Rob Schneider, and their incredible team for their tireless effort, and David will admit even a little stalking, in order to bring David here and Breeze Airlines to Long Island Airport, Long Island MacArthur Airport. And here we are today celebrating Breeze. The first flight to Charleston, South Carolina from Long Island MacArthur Airport. We could not be happier. A lot of hard work goes into an inaugural flight, but it's like magic, and it is, but it's also a lot of hard work from an incredible, incredible team. So with that in mind, I'd like to recognize some special people that are here today. First and foremost, Senator Chuck Schumer. His belief in us here at this airport. This is not the first time that he is here. He truly cares about what happens here on Long Island. And for that, we're very, very grateful. Also joining us, we have members of the town board who have been so supportive. It takes a commitment and it takes a lot of belief and trust, and they have been there every step of the way. Councilman Jim O'Connor, Councilman John Cochran, and our newest councilman, Jorge Guadron. Also with us today from neighboring town of Smithtown, they love using our airport too, and that's a Supervisor Ed Wareheim. Also joining us is the President of Suffolk County Community College, Ed Bonahue, the CEO of Libby, and more important to us, I mean, Libby is great and we're happy for that, but Mitch Pally chairs our Airport Advisory Board. And we have many members of the advisory board here today, including Mark Herbst, who also serves as the director of LICA. So I think, and there are members of the HIA here, Terry Alessi, Joe Campola. They have been so supportive, helped us with our survey, and we really appreciate all of their efforts. And from ABLI, Kyle Strober. Did I miss anybody else that's up here? Well, he's going to be speaking. But yes, our county executive, Steve Malone. And Steve has really been very supportive of the airport. So the airplane is here. People are going to be coming off, but we're going to keep this moving because we don't want to delay your flight going off. So without further ado, I would like to ask our great senator, our good friend, if he would please come up and say a few words. Senator Chuck Schumer.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you. And before, as all of you know, whenever I'm at an event with your great supervisor from Islip, I say a few words. Welcome, folks. Let's hear it for the first passengers off Breeze. Was it a good flight? Say yes. All right. So this is real. This is not just made up. As you see, we have real passengers arriving. What I was going to say is there's always one little phrase I always say when I meet our great supervisor of Islip, Angie, Angie baby. Remember that, the Rolling Stones? Have you young people ever heard of the Rolling Stones? I hope so. In any case, it's great to be here. Welcome, folks. Welcome. Here's the youngest new arrival at MacArthur. Should we let him go? We should let him keep going before we talk.
Keep going, because the plane has to go out on time.
Okay, Angie, always running things well, said I should keep going even while they're coming out because the plane is taking off again with a new load of passengers, and so that'll be great. So I do want to thank Angie, and I want to thank our great airport commissioner, Shelley LaRose Arkin, Rob Schneider, the whole advisory committee, all our great council members, from Islip, particularly our new elected Jorge Guadron, welcome, as well as members Cochran and O'Connor, and so many others who are here. Our great, my dear friend, and I always worked for Suffolk County with him, Steve Ballone, as well as our controller. Is he here, John Kennedy? I didn't see him. I thought he was going to come. Yeah. So let me just say, this is great. It's just great to be here. Oh, and one more shout out. There's so many good people who worked on this, but I always value my former employees. Kyle Strober did a great job as my Long Island rep, and now he's the executive director of the ABLE, Association for a Better Long Island. And last but not least, the person who is in charge of this great new airlines and a longtime friend of mine, David Neeleman. Now, I'm going to beg your indulgence. Here's how David Neeleman and I met. When I ran in 1998 for Senate, I went all upstate New York. They said, we have terrible air service. Terrible. It's expensive and lousy. I said, if I get elected, I'm going to try to help you get better service. 2 weeks after I won, I was senator-elect. I get a call from a man. He says, my name is David Neeleman. I want to create what he called then the Southwest of the Northeast. You had no discount airlines that really worked up here. We sat down, he said, if you can get me 75 slots, now one slot is hard enough, 75 slots at John Kennedy Airport, I will create an airline that will be the Southwest of the Northeast. I said, only if you fly to make New York your capital and headquarters, and only if you fly particularly to our upstate cities, which had no service. I kept my promise. They got their slots. He kept his promise, and of course, JetBlue is history. And with the same excitement that we launched JetBlue, we are launching Breeze. Breeze is the fastest growing airline in America. And today we're announcing 2 destinations, Norfolk and Charleston. I guarantee you, if these are successful, and you can already see they are, they're going to fly to many more cities here from MacArthur and from Islip. And I talked to David about that, and that's their intention, provided they can get some more pilots. They're short of pilots. So we're going to work on that for them. And second, I want to say this. When an airline comes to MacArthur, it's not just a question of being more convenient for people, which of course it is. So many people have relatives down in Virginia and South Carolina and on the southern coast. But businesses are more likely to come and locate and create good paying jobs here on Long Island. Because when they know there's good air service, particularly to all parts of the country, they come. It creates, when they come here and people come, it helps our tourism industry. We might have people in the winter from here going south, but they're going to have people in the summer from here going north to enjoy our beaches and our beautiful waters and our great fishing and everything else that we have here on Long Island. So this is really a great day for Long Island, for MacArthur, for Islip, and for Angie baby, who never stops working. I make another pledge here. Aside from helping David expand, I'm going to keep getting money to this airport. We have gotten a lot of money to Islip under Angie's leadership, And let me give you just some of the numbers if I can find them here. Yep. We got $5.4 million for the Western Terminal parking area, $8.4 million capital improvements in runway. The new infrastructure law, $21 million to MacArthur Airport. And that helps us keep the runways in tip-top shape, deal with the transportation coming to the airport, and so much else. $19 million in COVID relief funds for this airport, because when the airports were shutting down, they still had to pay their workers. So it's, you know, I've gotten close to $100 million for this airport, and Angie, baby, and our airport team, I'll be delivering more money for you, particularly when David wants to expand and go even further. So it's a great day to be here. I'm proud to be part of it, and I want to thank again everyone who helped make this happen. Thank you, Angie, baby.
And now I would like to invite our commissioner to come up and say a few words, Shelley LaRose Arkin.
Thank you. Thank you. I think this turnout is even bigger than our announcement turnout, which is incredible. So I'm so excited to have everybody here in the terminal today. As you know, these kinds of efforts are not done just with one person, but an incredible team of people, as the supervisor said, and she is the lady who gives us the tools to make all these things happen, and she has a vision that's extraordinary, and we get to be a part of it. So I'm so appreciative to Angie and her team at the town as well, because we couldn't do it without them. We have great gifts for all of our traveling passengers today, so I hope you took a look inside. They're from Parity's, one of our concessions here on the airport property. We also have HMS Host donated all the cookies that have the Breeze logos, so I hope you take one home with you today. It's going to be, you always have a little munchie on an airplane, right? So I just want to say that today's celebration of the inaugural flight to Charleston is evidence of perseverance, hard work, optimism. And when we first started communicating with this upstart airline, and Rob actually did kind of stalk them, in a good way. You know, their code name at that time, David had a code name for him, which was Moxie. And we liked that name very much, but then not so long afterwards, they would become Breeze Airways, which was pretty intense. They are so excited to serve the 3 million travelers and residents that we have here on Long Island. And we're so excited to be able to greet passengers coming in from Charleston and Norfolk and all the other cities that David might have in mind for us. So we want to make sure that people get on airplanes, they fill seats, and buy tickets and download your Breeze app today. Don't forget to do that. We also value the power of strong relationships and patience, and of course, being nice. So it's really a great thing that we're all going to practice and we're all going to remember. We are an amazing fit, Long Island MacArthur Airport for Breeze Airways. They're flying to destinations that are not often traveled to. I just want to, I'm going to make remarks brief. Thank you for being a part of our airport community. Thank you for using us. Thank you for telling your friends and family about us. And we look forward to seeing you on your next flight as well.
All right.
Thank you so much, Shelley. And next, I'd like to invite our county executive to come up and say a few words. Steve Malone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. What a pleasure to be here today. This is a great event. I'm going to be very brief because I know there are passengers who want to fly to Charleston. I wish I was going with you, actually. It is a beautiful, beautiful place, and I look forward to, at some point, taking one of those flights down there. You know, there are two things that you need to have a day like this happen. It's leadership and partnership. We have that leadership here at the town level with Supervisor Angie Carpenter. She has, as Shelley said, a vision, but it's not enough to have a vision. You actually have to make it happen, and it's difficult to make things happen. Especially on Long Island, it is hard to make things happen. And she has been making it happen through her leadership. And the other issue, of course, is partnership. You have to partner with people at all levels of government, in the community, in the private sector, in the business sector. And there's no one who has been a better partner for Long Island, certainly for this airport, but for all of us on Long Island, than Senator Schumer. I want to thank him for his help helping us to recover from the pandemic. We just did a sewer groundbreaking that would not have been possible, building that infrastructure to protect our water quality without his support and his leadership, and we want to thank him for his partnership. And to all the great partners who are here, David, congratulations to you. Thank you for the amazing things that you have done, and we know there are so many great things ahead. And to our other partners here, I know Kristen Yarnigan from Discover Long Island and HIA-LI, Terry Leslie Maselli, and our past chair, Joe Campolo, and so many community partners who understand the importance of the work that Supervisor Carpenter is doing here for this airport, not only for Islip, not only for Suffolk County, but for all of Long Island. Thank you very much. Have a great flight.
Thank you so much, County Executive Steve. Appreciate it. At this time, it really is a pleasure and an honor to welcome the entire Breeze team and to call up an exceptional leader, innovator, and the newest member of our Long Island MacArthur family, Breeze founder and CEO, our good friend, David Neeleman. David.
Wow, this is so great to be here. JetBlue, we celebrated our 22nd birthday the other day, and just last week. And so I showed Senator Schumer a picture of us as we were getting those slots in Washington, D.C., and it was a great event. So it wouldn't have happened without him, obviously, and it propelled him to leadership in the Senate. He did such a good job with that. Exactly. I would be remiss if I didn't mention, I love having these Republicans and Democrats work together out here on this island. I wish they'd do the same in Washington. Angie is incredible, and Shelley and Rob, they were really smart, actually. They had a hangar here that the Blue Angels use when they do their fly-bys, and once a year, and they said, we will give you that hangar, we'll take care of the Blue Angels somewhere else. We're gonna give it to you free, we're gonna give you everything. If you have any problems, call us, we'll take care of it. And then every time I was in town, they would drop by for a visit. And we're pretty loyal people. And when we came time for us to pick new cities, certainly Islip was near the top of our list. And so we couldn't not do it based on the amazing job they did for us during a really difficult time in our industry during the pandemic, when we really needed to save money to be able to get certified. And so thank you so much, Shelley, Rob, Angie, for all that you did. I would be remiss if I didn't obviously mention the great Breeze team of people that are here. It's incredible the job that they're doing every day. The thing that makes me so excited about this airline is our Net Promoter Score, our customer rating that we have with our customers is the highest I've ever seen before. And it's a tribute to the great job that they're doing. And the fact that we can take people nonstop, we can get you there for half the price, twice as fast. Who wouldn't rate somebody good with that when you have nice people taking care of you? So thank you so much. For those of you that are here on Long Island, I got one bit of advice for you. Just come fly us. If you fly us, that airline in the back there, I won't mention any names, but they had at one time 46 departures a day out of here, 46. They have 6 today. So there's a lot of space for a lot of growth here. And there's a green airline here taking up a little bit of that, but we got a lot more to do. So we're excited to be here. We think there's a lot of room to grow, but if you come fly us, I was in Hartford yesterday morning with the governor of Connecticut. We announced we went from 4 departures to 12 in Hartford because we had so much success there. So if you fly us, we'll get those 46 flights back as quickly as we possibly can. So thank you very much, everybody, and let's get to Charleston.
Okay. I think we're going to be ready to start boarding. And we do have
from JVC.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me grab
We have a lucky winner. They pulled the boarding passes, not that.
Not that. Okay. There it is. Okay. There we go. Here's our boarding pass winner.
Okay, so one of our passengers, thanks to John Crutchell and his team at JBC Broadcasting, you'll notice the radio station broadcasting here, very unique to airports. But the lucky winner of a 4-ticket package to the amphitheater, and I believe it's Chris Young. John? Yes. The lucky winner is sitting in seat 10D. So if you remember your seat, Mike McGuire.
Mike McGuire. All right.
There's our winner right there.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
That's it? We can take
That's it. So we're here at Gate A2, and we're going to have a really special send-off. Thanks so much to everyone. And don't forget, load your Breeze app and keep flying Breeze.
Thank you. And welcome to Charleston, South Carolina. We are so excited to have another flight land in Charleston from a place that we've never flown to before. And David, thank you for your continued support and investment. Your entrepreneurial spirit is one that we all admire, and we thank you for the amount of faith that you have in Charleston International Airport. So thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you for continuing to fly to us, and keep bringing them, Bubba. You bring them, we'll build it, I promise. So again, though, David made a promise to us back last spring during the middle of the PGA Championship. He said, during that major event, he said, there are people going to fly to Charleston and visit Charleston this summer that don't know they're coming yet. You said that. And man, he's been right. The amount of increase that we've had because of Breeze's investment and their faith in Charleston has been amazing. And we continue that partnership. We look forward to continuing that partnership with you, David, and we thank you for all of your hard work. You've amassed an amazing team. They are wonderful to work with here. It has been an absolute honor and pleasure to work with your team, and we could not be more blessed by y'all being here. So with that, I'm going to turn that over to our wonderful chairwoman, that's Madam Chairwoman Helen Hill.
Thanks, everybody. What an amazing day. It's always a good day when you're here, David. I want to first introduce the board members of the Charleston County Aviation Authority that have really given Elliott the support to do the things that we have to do to grow. And behind me is Chairman Teddy Pryor, Robbie Sanyel, Jerome Hayward, and you're going to hear from our last board member in just a second. But I want to just start with just a story. It's all about the success of our community. And David, you're going to love this. So I have a good friend who's got a small retail business here in our community. And she's like, Helen, what in the world is going on? I feel like every other visitor is from Richmond, Virginia. And it's because before that, you couldn't get to our community from Richmond without a very long flight or a very long drive. And that's the kind of opportunities that Breeze is creating for our community that didn't exist before. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the man who's the support that got all this air service development started, Mayor Keith Summey.
Thank you, Helen. It's just so great to be out here and watching people that haven't been here before come in to see what we can offer. And I'm looking forward, especially in this one, to visit and so that we can understand each other better. You know, this world is a small place because of modern technology and air support and the way we're able to move from one place to another. But we need to continue to learn more about each other, the quality of life in different areas, and how we can enjoy each other. This is such a great opportunity. Breeze has been a blessing to the Low Country. And having them bring so many people into this community, came in during a pandemic, they took the charge and said, it's okay, we're gonna be all right, and it's worked. And again, thank you so much for what you're doing for our community. Working with the Aviation Authority, is such a pleasure. But the opportunity to welcome new people, and I'm looking forward to us actually getting together here when you come to visit, and I'll come visit you. We're going to have a great time. The administrator is an outstanding lady. She does such a wonderful job. And I would like at this time to ask her to please come forward and say a few remarks. Miss Angie Carpenter, she's the supervisor of the town of Islip.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and to your airport authority and everyone involved, Helen and Elliot. I really appreciated your remarks and your kind remarks about David and what he has meant to your city, and certainly what he has meant to us in the town of Islip. We're a township. There are 10 townships in our county. County has 1.5 million residents, and in our township we have 350,000. And I'm the supervisor, which is kind of like the mayor. And we own our airport. And it's been a challenge over the last number of years, the changes in dynamics of the airline industry, the economic downturn of 2008, there have been a lot of challenges. So for someone who is such a visionary and someone who was willing to take a chance on our airport, on our neck of the woods, I can't thank David and his team enough. They, as you've heard said before, are absolutely incredible to work with. And Mayor, when you talk about a small world, so I walk out of the gate here, and right away, Southern Hospitality offering goodies to eat, and I'll take a bag on the way back. But I turn around, I hear someone yelling, Angie, and who is it but a lifelong friend, Doug Chappie, who lives in the community I live in West Islip, in the town of Islip. He has a number of businesses up there, but he's building his vacation home here, right here in South Carolina. Return. But you're not going to lose your roots to Islip. No. Okay, okay. So we are so excited about the opportunity. And, you know, David started 2 flights yesterday and today. 2 new flights started out of Islip, 1 to Norfolk and 1 here to Charleston. And the Norfolk one isn't as exciting to people, but we're going to work on it. But anytime you say Charleston, like, oh, I've always wanted to go, this is so great. And coming off the plane, a couple have grandchildren here, so they are ecstatic that they're going to be able to come back and forth to visit. So I can't wait to welcome as many of you as want to come visit us. It's a great place. We've got wonderful beaches, too. We've got a wine industry, although I couldn't bring you wine. They wouldn't let me. They took the wine away.
That's horrible. We got to deal with it.
You know that TSA. We have to deal with them, right, David? But anyway, we do have a little package, minus the wine, but good old-fashioned Long Island bagels.
Well,
And,
thank you.
yes, yes. And also from here, we have oysters grown in our, they're packed in dry ice, so they're real safe, with a few other goodies, but oysters from our fish hatchery.
Well, thank you so very much.
You are very,
Bless
very
you.
welcome.
And we have for you. We have some great different types of food product that's used here in the Low Country, and give you an opportunity
thank you so
to enjoy
much.
it. And if you mess it up, they wouldn't let me give you vodka to take back to wash it down. But we'll work on that next time when you're here.
Okay, that sounds so great.
God
Thank
bless
you
you.
so much.
Thank you so much, and we're glad to be neighbors.
I promise to use the sticker. Take care. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And now we will bring up the man of the hour, the guy who makes all this happen, one of the most entrepreneurial individuals in all of the United States, Mr. David Neeleman.
I just looked up and the flight should be out of here pretty soon, so I'm going to talk really quickly. No, we're not leaving without you. I just want to thank Angie, and we had a great send off up there, and for her to come down and to exchange gifts here with the good folks in Charleston, it's a great thing. There was an airline that I won't mention that had at one time 46 flights a day out of Islip, and now they have 6. And instead of flying people nonstop, they're connecting people through Baltimore. And so 4 or 5 people got off the plane and said, "Goodbye, Baltimore. I'm not connecting through there anymore." So we know we're going to build a great business here. You know, we've started with 2 flights a week. Now we're going to 3 flights, and I don't know why Lucas doesn't have 4, but he's the guy to talk to over there if you want more flights. But thank you all for flying us. Let's get on the way back to Islip, and we're going to build a great, you know, an air bridge between these 2 cities, because they're 2 great places. Heading to the Hamptons in the summertime and the great beaches there, and coming down here in the wintertime is just a great combination. So.
Going up there, summer key.
Yes. So thank you everybody for being here, and let's get boarded up and get out of here.